Page 57, Gavotte, another type of dance, French dance. On page 56, they're talking about the second inversion. I already briefly spoke about it. You take C chord. First inversion is here, and second inversion, you put that on top. So now there's two notes between the bottom two notes. The root is the middle note. So here we're dealing with second inversion chords. I don't have a lot to say about them. You'll see them. You should do the You get used to playing all the different inversions, and yeah, over time you'll get them. I want to talk about this dance here. I look it over. It's one page long. It's a little longer because of the repeat sign, but it's one page of music to learn. Clef signs, treble and bass clef, no sharps or flats in the key signature. We're in the key of C major, so do the scale for C major and the scale for A minor, because A minor has no sharps or flats in the key signature also. Now 4/4 time. Let's take it one hand at a time, make sure we got the notes and all worked out. Because this at first, the C chord at the beginning, that's a first inversion. You see the two notes in the middle, that's first inversion. 1, 2, then we go to second inversion, just come up. And then come up again. This way we're in position for all the notes. And then cross. And this business of crossing, if you're doing the scale, you can do this easily. And then you come down again. Now I would like to offer a different fingering suggestion for you. I don't like at measure 4 on the half note using thumb and then using thumb again. I like to prepare that. So on the third measure, rather than here, I'm going to just here, I'm going to use fourth finger. I'm going to be in this position here. And then cross over 3. If the feeling is the same, this way I'm ending on second finger and I'm ready for measure 5. I just come down. So that's what I'm going to recommend. It's fourth finger for measure 3, not 3. And then second line is going to be similar, except we're going to finger the third measure, or measure 7, what's marked here. We're going to end on thumb, because when I go to measure 9, I got to come up here, and I don't want to be here. It's farther to go. So if I'm thumb, I just reach up. Scrunch up for measure 9. Scrunch up. Scrunch up. Scrunch up. Did you recognize the sequence? Or did you recognize that it is a sequence? Listen. Here, that's a sequence. It's repeating itself. So we're going to finger it the same way each time. We do if we can. Sometimes you can't. The black notes mess it up. But here we can do that. Third finger. That way on the top note of each of these, I'm using little finger. It's just a sequence going down. Now measure 13, we're here. But we're back to that thumb again. I'd rather not. So in measure 12, rather than this, I'm going to go 1, 3, 2. I'm just going to reach down with a 2. I want to save the thumb for measure 13. That's all. Here. There's nothing wrong with the fingering in the book. I'm just kind of giving you some fingering ideas now for when the music starts getting a little more difficult. This other fingering comes in handy, because I like to connect everything if I can. The last two measures at the bottom. And then 4. Can you do that? Unless you're doing the scale 2 octaves, you haven't got into that yet. Maybe it's time you started doing the scales 2 octaves here. So you're doing that. You get used to it. Just relax. You can go quite a ways if you just relax. And that way we're ready for the chord. However, when we repeat, we've got to come up here. I don't have a lot of help for you here. I mean, there is a way. I don't want to get into it. Just lift up and come. When you repeat back to measure 9, you just lift up. Do it all again. Left hand, well, you start with the broken octaves here. Okay, not going on there. Measure 9, you're here. Just whole notes, big deal. Okay, so much for the left hand. Put the hands together. Now, when I first put the hands together, I hesitate. Doesn't matter. I just want to know how the hands are working, which fingers are involved. It's here. Here, and here, and then here, and again. Okay, so I'm just going through putting the hands together slowly. Then I go back over it slowly and get rid of the hesitations. Steady beat. And once I have a steady beat, then I'll add the articulation. We got short staccatos, right? Flexing at the wrist here. I'm on the key and I'm bouncing off here. And on the eighth notes, the measure 3, connect those to the next B. Connect them there. That's, no, connect it all. Measure 9. Connect these in the left hand. Go ahead and connect those. So I add in the articulation, and then I'll add in the dynamics. Loud at the beginning, and that's the melody, which is the right hand here. This left hand needs to be in the background. So this is heavy. This is sort of heavy, just sort of light metal. Measure 9, you come down a little bit to moderately loud, mezzo forte, sort of loud. And this left hand's soft. And back to loud for the last one. Once I have an idea of the dynamics, I think about the speed. It's a dance. Not a real fast dance and not a real slow dance. Well, slow would be... Ugh. And fast would be... No, it's in between somewhere. You pick the speed. You don't have to go that speed or that loudness or whatever. Just picture people dancing to this, a nice gentle dance. The repeat signs, don't forget those. So you're going to repeat the last 2 lines because there's a reverse repeat sign in measure 9. So when you repeat, you only go to there. Okay. So it's 2 lines longer than it looks. Remember the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's important, ba da 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 da, especially measure 9. 1, 2, feel these natural accents. The people would be dancing to them, actually. When you're dancing, usually dancing to the natural accents. You're feeling them. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do louds and softs, I'm just going to play it. I'll give us 4 counts and we will do the repeat. 1, 2, ready, go. And 4 and. 4.